So normally we don't do Tuesdays. We've done 2 Tuesdays in a while. So what are we? We're like Trans Trem Tuesday again or something like that?
I guess so, man. Are you going to jump in the car?
Yeah, no. I'm in for the night. We have a snowstorm tonight, so
Are you going to drive away?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Finally. Finally, here we go. Okay, good. At least there's something. Okay, awesome. Hey, this is Johnny Bean, 5:33 p.m. January 17th, 2017. And this is a special video here. We just wanted to jump in and talk about some things really quickly here. And we got Mr. Rob Johnson with us.
What is up, everyone?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Stefan.
And I'm not even in the car yet. I'm not even.
Stefan says, "Hey guys." He's like, "Hey guys, over."
Hey guys, over. That's right. Yeah, I'm not in the car, so I have to say over tonight. But
did you hear that? Do you understand why we were saying that? Did you watch any of the video today and hear what you sounded like?
I did, because when I'm in the car and I get off of my Wi-Fi and I'm on my phone and I sound like I'm on a podcast. It sounds like, this will be 27 hours over. No, I figured it out.
Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious, man. That was so much fun.
Frank, John, David Allen Wright, Rick Smith. Hey guys, what's happening?
Hey, Jedi McFly's in here. Hey, dude.
What's up?
You know Jedi from the links.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was just we're just reading some of his stuff today. Cool. What's up, guys?
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Yes. Yeah, David Alwright. That's why we're here. We were going to do this tomorrow because I knew tomorrow this stuff would start coming out, But it turns out today, EVH Gear themselves leaked a couple things. Yep. And I'll just say it's stuff that we've known about for quite a while, but I'll let me just say, first off, I'll never I don't want to say report. I'll never talk about something that's not official.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not who I am. I'm not going to spread rumors. I'm not going to talk about gossip. I'm here to talk about, what we see, what's real.
And what we're supposed to talk about. I mean, Johnny, Dave, and I have been talking about some of the stuff for a while, and it's kind of funny because some of the stuff you guys are going to see, we've known about, we've talked about, but like Johnny said, we can't really talk about it publicly until it comes out for obvious reasons. And it's interesting because some of the stuff, one of the things I'm actually not going to discuss tonight, but one of the things that's been up on VH Links a lot. And somebody had said something, somebody must have had some inside information and posted something about like a month ago that this particular item was coming out. And everybody's like, no, that's not coming out. No, that's not coming out. And I'm reading all this stuff on the links because I get on all the Van Halen pages. And I was like, you want to say something so bad, but you can't, So I just shut my mouth and kind of smile. And it's just kind of cool because, it's just nice to see this stuff actually start to come to fruition, I think you guys are going to really like what Johnny has to say. And, a little shout out for, Eric Broadbent and Mark Kazansky. Those guys are going out to NAMM too, and they're probably going to have some awesome information. And, Johnny's going to be out in NAMM, and David and I are going to be back here, trying to see what he has to say and, kind of just, talking to him and seeing all the stuff going on. So we're really excited to see what, Johnny and guys like Eric and Mark come up with out there, because there are kind of our feedback here. So some of the stuff, I already know about, Dave knows about, Johnny knows about, and it's going to be really interesting to see what these guys think of it when they're out there seeing the stuff firsthand. So I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm.
Really excited.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's great. Real quick. NAMM, is a lot of fun. It's like a huge I don't know. I can't even talk. Look at this. It's a huge candy store, basically.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. I said that. Here I am with all these cough drops trying to say the word candy, and I can't because it's not candy. You know what I mean?
It's like Christmas morning on steroids,
That's what it is. It's your favorite, it's your favorite music store, Christmas morning on steroids that also sells candy. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Here's Grogan. Grogan says hi. Hi, Grogan.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey there. Yeah.
He's excited. Grogan's excited for NAMM.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, Howie will actually be there.
Howie's going?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Howie,
Yeah. He's there every year. Every year he goes with me. So again, so if anybody, if you're watching this, if you want to meet me at NAMM, if you want to meet up, if you want to meet Howie, you can. But like I said, it'd be really quick because Howie actually comes and picks me up. So yeah.
Howie's driving the
So,
car.
so it would be right before I get picked up from one of the hotels, like at midnight or 12:30 or 1 in the morning is what it would be. But yeah, if you want to meet Howie, you can. Yes. Okay. So, let's talk about this, I guess. This is something we weren't going to talk about till tomorrow because I knew we would start seeing the stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Meaning Wednesday, because that's NAMM. I mean, it actually kind of started yesterday. You know, but it's not public until Thursday.
Right.
But Wednesday is when you start to see like when stuff really starts snowballing, you know.
Yeah.
So I knew we would see, you know, this stuff if the stuff was real, because some of the stuff was leaked.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, you know, we're not going to talk about that stuff, even though all of you on the internet, on Facebook, on the links, whatever, you can talk about the stuff all you want. But as far as myself, I'll never, you know, publicly, you know, you know, if Rob, you know, says something to me, oh, that's cool, you know, yeah, that's awesome. But I'll never, you know, I won't talk about something until it's official.
Right.
So, but as far as some of the stuff that we know now is official, is there's 3, right? There's 3 new Wolfgangs.
Yep.
And let me just say, EVH Gear themselves, they released a couple things on Instagram today. One of the things they released was there's a feature on Instagram now called Stories. Yep. Where you can basically it's almost like Snapchat. If any of you guys are on Snapchat, you know, if you are, add me, Johnny Bean. It's almost like a video, like a video that's there for like 24 hours and like disappears.
Yeah.
That's what a story, I think. I mean, that's the Snapchat kind of thing. But anyway, EVH Gear, they did a quick pan of the booth today, of part of the booth.
Yeah.
And a couple of things that we saw there, and like I said, we can talk about this because they put it out.
Put it out.
A couple of the things that we saw was the let me just open this. Really wiggly. We saw the cream Wolfgang, sort of like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't relic, so it's not the relic one, but it's like a cream. Oh, so yours was relic then, right? So yours is the one.
Mine is the one.
Okay.
Mine was relic by Chris Hubbard, but it does have one of the upgrades that you'll see, and Johnny's going to talk about it. It comes officially from EVH, so you don't have to do it like what I did to this. You know, you don't have to put the kill switch in. But...
Was that a burp?
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah, sorry. It's a bit of a Nesdal farting.
Oh, gross. Yeah, Nesdal's not here. Apparently he had surgery today or something, and he didn't tell anybody about that.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, yeah, he didn't tell either one of us, but hope you're home resting and relaxing, Dave, and we're thinking of you, buddy. Hope everything's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a surprise to us. So basically, there's 2 EVH Wolfgang USA signature guitars. There's the one that looks like that, brand new, with the kill switch.
Yep.
Brand new.
With the kill switch.
With the kill switch. Yes, yes. So there's that one, and then there's another finish, which is the stealth. There's a stealth finish with the kill switch as well.
Yep.
And then I believe both the guitars come with the eyelets.
Right. They come with the eyelets and chrome hardware, I believe, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the picture of the stealth that I saw in EVH gear, I mean, obviously this guitar comes with chrome hardware, but from what I could see on the picture of the Stealth real quick when I panned over, it had chrome hardware and the kill switch. So it should be, I believe, it should be a duplicate of what Ed played in the 2012 tour. So it looks like what they've done, and I know some other information. I'll kind of wait for Johnny to give me some, to give me the cue if we're going to talk about it or not. If not, we'll just wait. But what I will say is on these two guitars, the cream one and the black Stealth, they're basically going to be exactly what Ed played on tour, except it's not going to be the Relic. They're going to have the chrome hardware and the kill switch on both of those. Correct, John?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Which is going to be really cool because people that have been buying these EVH guitars have been asking for this kill switch for a long time. And I mean, probably the cream one wouldn't be anything I'd want because I already have one and I already have it all, set up the way Ed's was. But for other folks, I mean, I will tell you, I don't have a Stealth anymore. I used to, but I don't have one anymore. That's definitely one that I'd be looking at getting. Frank says, do they come FU toned? I'm not 100% sure, but probably not. Probably.
No, I don't think so. That'd be something you'd have to go through Adam.
Right, because I mean, we had Adam on the call a couple months back, John, a few months, actually 3-4 months ago, and I mean, Adam didn't even have Ed's original white Relic guitar for the 2015 tour. That wasn't even FU toned. That guitar did not have titanium hardware or brass blocks or springs or stainless screws. It wasn't FU toned at all. That's just kind of how Ed had it. I mean, Dave and I FU toned ours up, with a lot of stuff, but that was a little bit overkill from what Ed's was.
Yeah. So let me present myself real quickly. So this is straight from EVH gear right here.
Yeah, this is cool video, guys. Check it out.
This is just a photo right here.
There you go.
That's straight from them.
Yep.
That's actually, I recognize that carpet. That's actually at NAMM.
Yep.
NAMM has the purple carpet. So that's actually them tuning up. That'd be the demo guitar that you're going to see me holding just in a couple days.
That's cool. Notice it's got the eyelets, guys, and the kill switch. Eyelets and kill.
Look at that.
Yep.
There we go. What does that say?
Jimmy Carr, what's up? Frank?
Jimmy! Look at that. There you go.
There you go.
There it is, straight from the factory.
Yep. Very nice.
Cool, huh?
Very nice.
So there's that, and then, the kill switch. Right there. So.
Very nice.
Let's see.
Great guitars. Very nice guitars. And just the addition of the kill switch is great. Can you show the video, Johnny? Can you actually show the video to everybody?
Let's see if I can get it quickly.
Is the jack plate black or chrome? I believe the jack plate's chrome. It should be chrome. On the cream one, it should be chrome, like this one, like mine. Mine's factory. It's chrome.
Yeah, it looks chrome.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Here's the video that they put out really quickly, and this is this is an Instagram story. So this video will probably be deleted by tomorrow. Let's see if I can do this. There's no sound.
There's an amp.
Yeah, there's a new amp.
There's the guitar.
There's that one. There's the Stealth.
Yeah, and you see a bump.
Yeah, it goes by really quick. They pan by really quickly.
All we're going to say is there's a couple of other treats in there that we do know about that you guys are probably going to see coming up. But we're not going to talk about them just because it wasn't really broadcast. We're not going to talk about, like Johnny said, we're not going to talk about anything until it's totally official. But they cruise right over them real quick. And you'll get a chance to, some of you guys might know from some of the information that's been talked about on the links and stuff like that. But it's going to be pretty cool to hear what JB has to talk about and bring back. And, really excited to hear what he thinks of it. Because Johnny's going to be out there, and Johnny's going to have an opportunity to hold this stuff and actually play it and maybe get some pictures. As well as you guys like Eric and Mark, all those guys, they're going to have the opportunity to be out there and actually be messing around with this stuff. So that's going to be really, really cool. Really.
Okay. Here's a screen cap I was able to get real quickly. It goes by real quick, but there's the stealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the kill switch.
Sinner, can you press your finger on the video and pause? I mean, we really
No,
can't.
you can't.
It's too blurry. You can't see.
You can't pause. You can't pause.
It's not going to pause. It's too blurry.
I can almost. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can say that there's another amp as well.
Yeah. Johnny, do you know anything about that amp at all?
A little LBX.
Little LBX. Yeah, I've heard about it a little bit, but I'm a little bit in the dark on the specs of the amp, so I don't know how much we can talk about. But like I said, the guitars that we know are the Wolfgangs. You know.
Well, I believe the new amp. You know how the LBX has the blue and the red?
Yeah.
I'm blurry. Check.
Check.
There we go. Oh, that's even worse.
I know, it's even worse than it was.
There I am. Hey. You know how the LBX that's out right now has the blue and the red channels? There's no clean channel. This LBX will have the green and the blue.
Yeah, that's cool.
So so the green is clean, right?
Green is clean.
So it'll be a clean channel and the blue channel, which is basically the overdrive channel, which would be like what the 1550 overdrive pedal is. It's basically the blue channel. And then let's see. It's basically what else does it have here? Gain and volume controls. Let's see. Yeah, I wish Dave was here.
Yeah, Dave's got some information.
Wake up!
Wake up, Dave! Dave!
Anyway, we'll wait for tomorrow to talk about the amp. But as far as the guitars, there's those Wolfgangs, and then it's hard to see. But there's a third Wolfgang, which is a special, a striped special, yellow and black with two black humbuckers.
Yeah.
And a chrome Floyd Rose.
Awesome.
So it'll be kind of like that last black and black and yellow.
Yeah.
Right. That was just a hardtail.
Right.
So this one will have a Floyd on it.
Yeah, it's just a chrome Floyd. Jimmy Carr, where's Dave? Dave had some.
Dave's not here.
Yeah, Dave's resting tonight. So.
Yeah. No, seriously, we don't know. We were going live, and Dave said I can't do it. He just. Do we want to say he had some sort of something done?
Yeah, I think he had some. He's great. Dave's doing awesome. The only thing we'll say is he had some update on his eye surgery done, just some routine stuff. So he's just chilling out at home. There, he's doing great. He just wasn't up to getting on live tonight. So probably had a hard. Looking at a screen probably wouldn't be great right after that. But no, he's doing great. So he's everything's cool. And tonight was guys. Tonight was just like a last minute thing. We weren't even going to go live. I mean, I texted Johnny about an hour and a half ago. I'm like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And he's like, nothing. And we're, Dave, Johnny, and I are texting back and forth. Just, hey, let's go live. We're getting a snowstorm up here and like an ice storm up here in Massachusetts. So I'm just kind of chilling out tonight, and I might not be available tomorrow night. So we just figured we'd go live. And since we got some information today from Instagram on EVH, we thought, what the heck? Let's go talk about some of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, and we'll have more to say tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Rob won't be here, though.
I might be. It's kind of a 50-50 chance. I got some work stuff going on tomorrow night. I might have to stay late tomorrow night. I might not be out till like 9. So, which I kind of anticipated anyways. But yeah, cool. Yeah, so those two new Wolfgangs, the three new Wolfgangs, the Bumblebee sounds really, really cool. But for those of you guys out there that really like the white guitar, the white Wolfgang USA and the Stealths, I don't have a clue what the price tags on these are going to be. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if anybody is yet. But what I will say is, one of the things that folks have always wanted was these kill switches. And well, you can find these kill switches out there. They're on eBay and there's places to get them. Getting them installed and having the route and everything done in the back is it's not something that Dave's lucky because he's got a guy that's right near his house. I'm lucky I have a guy that's 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from my house that professionally does this stuff, and so we're lucky that we have that. But some folks don't have the opportunity to have those kill switches put in. So here's an option for some of you guys that want to have a guitar that Ed played with the kill switch. So I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm. And here's a close up of the binding. Is it David Allen? David Allen's asking, is the binding the same from the 2016 models?
John Constantine, Rob on location on his way back after work is over. Over. Over.
Here's the binding.
Yeah.
There's the binding right there.
Yep.
Does that look the same as what's on your guitar right there?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much is. I mean, mine's Relic. I'll show you mine right here too. I mean, here's mine. Mine's pretty much the same. Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, mine just Relic. Basically, what you're looking at, when I got this guitar, it's exactly like the one that's coming out, except for a couple. Can we talk about the other features, Johnny, that we know about, or should we not say?
Hang on, let me stop presenting. On which? On the new one?
On the new one, can we talk about the other features? There's a couple of other features that we know about.
Well, let me see.
While Johnny's talking about that, it's exact as this. It just isn't Relic, and it has the kill switch. Just isn't Relic. This guitar was identical to that without the kill switch. I had that put in, and then Hubs did the Relic job. But there's a couple of other things on the guitars that these last year guitars didn't have.
I think there's a new neck pickup.
Yeah, there's a new neck pickup.
I think the neck pickup is an Alnico 3.
Right.
Whereas the bridge pickup is an Alnico 2.
Right. So it's got a new neck pickup, and the volume knob is the new low friction, no static at all version that Ed had on his. These guitars here, when they came out, these volume knobs are awesome. They're amazing. But right prior to the tour, I believe it was Chip and EVH were working on a new volume pot that had like no noise at all for Cathedral, and they're adding that on there as well. This new volume pot. Zero noise. So those are the only upgrades we know about, or we're pretty sure about, that are going to be on these guitars.
Yeah. We'll know more tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey, Dave Lucy. He just says he just finished getting the Sustainer working.
Nice, Dave.
2013 Tour Relic. Awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah. So I believe somebody's asking what the Wolfgangs are called, what the new ones are called. I believe they're just called the EVH Wolfgang USA Edward Van Halen signature guitars.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. And the two new Wolfgangs, the new US ones, they'll basically be the most current, up to date ones available. I mean, obviously, it's NAMM time. Right. That's one. Brand new.
I mean, if you're looking at getting the most current stuff that Ed probably uses, that's it. I mean, that's going to be it. That's the stuff.
Basswood body, with a big leaf maple top, 5-ply binding, bolt on a quarter-sawn maple neck, Edwards precise specs with the graphite. You guys know about the graphite reinforcement rods?
John says, what's the turnaround time from when they're announced at NAMM, I would imagine, and when we can get them? I don't know. What, a couple of months, John, basically? I mean, they're not like immediately available.
Usually it can be a couple months, a few months.
You're probably looking at spring, summer.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah,
hey, David.
Right. It is posted on Instagram. Like Johnny gave me a tutorial. You go to Instagram and then you go up to the top, the little circles and EVH gear. Click on that and it'll give you the little, 10-second video or whatever it is.
I don't think it's even that long.
Yeah, it's real quick.
Yeah. It's the stories feature. With the Instagram stories, which is kind of a new. Let me show it to you guys again really quickly.
EVH history. Where do you get the little guitars? I'm sure you're talking about the EVH stripe guitars. And you can get those through Jeff at EVH VH store. At the VH store.
Huh? Oh, those little mini guitars?
Can't you get those through the VH store?
You can get them at VH store. You can get them at is it evhminiguitars.com?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You can get them at Guitar Center now too. You can actually find them at Guitar Center.
Yeah.
So here's that video again really quickly. Let me show you guys because this will be deleted.
Yeah.
This little video, it will be gone probably tomorrow. Oh no, he's talking about your Epiphone. Well, hang on.
What's he talking?
He's talking about your Epiphone, your mini Les Paul, I think.
Oh, my mini Les Paul?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there was that one.
Okay, we can change the subject real quick, I suppose. This guitar is not it's not an EVH at all. It's my little guitar. This guitar, believe it or not, I always wanted one of these things. And obviously finding the original Dave Pechalot version is next to impossible.
Well, he might still build them, actually.
He might still build them, although I've never had a line on him, but
he's still around.
Yeah, he is. And if you get the Guitar Aficionado mag from a couple of years ago, you get a real good look at the front and back of Ed's. Ed's actually had a little speaker in the back of the guitar that nobody ever knew about until someone finally snapped a picture of the back of that guitar. But this guitar was a Lotus travel guitar that I got on eBay for like $70, like about 5-6 years ago. And when I got it, it had regular pickups in it, black pickups, no pick guard, 4 knobs. Yeah, Johnny's got it right there. See the speaker?
Right there.
Yeah, that's
right there.
so
You can see there's a little speaker in the back.
So cool. Yeah, nobody ever saw the back of that guitar. It had regular dot inlays. What else? And the guitar it looked pretty cool, and it looked close. It was the closest thing I could ever find to what Ed played. It's about the exact same size as Ed's. I mean, literally, it has to be. It's small scale, 3/4 scale, whatever. So I got the guitar and I played it for a little while. I was really pumped about it, and I said, I'm going to do a mod to this thing. So I got online, and well, first thing I did is I actually took out you can see here the little bungs that I put in here. You can't tell from far away, but I took out 2 of these knobs and just put 2 knobs in, 2 volume knobs like Ed had for each pickup. I swapped out the pickups to soapbox type pickups like Ed's were. Filled the little holes with these little wooden bungs and then just kind of painted over them so it kind of blends unless you really look up close. Actually took a piece of an old Strat pickguard, cut my own pickguard out, literally cut it out myself, added a little bar on the side just to mount it to like a Les Paul. So I got that locked in. Added some strap locks, some eye bolts, I should say, eyelets. And last but not least, at the time, I didn't know they even made these things. I got these stickers from Japan, these these block inlay stickers, which work amazing. They look perfect. They look exactly like the real thing. I've sent, put them up next to my Wolfgang, my USA, and they look great.
Mm-hmm.
You peel them off, you stick them on. Make sure the neck's dry, and they've stayed on, for the last 6 years, no problem at all. And then I just added a little VH, sticker to the top, and boom, here you go. And it's not tuned up right now, but it plays little guitars perfect. And this is probably, other than the back, which I didn't know about at the time, I didn't have the speaker in the back. This is probably the closest thing you're ever going to get, unless you get the real thing, like a Dave Petulat version, to one of Ed's little guitars. And he had a couple of them that were made for him back in 83, I think it was, 82, 83. And
Diver Down.
Yeah.
Diver Down tour. So it would have been 82.
Yeah.
Possibly late 81 somewhere.
Yep. I noticed that in 82, 83, in the Diver Down tour, he played a darker one with a darker wood grain. And in 84, in the 84 tour, he was playing the one that looked more like this with a lighter sunburst color. He played live because he had a couple of them made, but they're both identical twins. Just one of the bodies is a little bit darker than the other. But yeah, that's where I've had this. I actually bought it for $70, and then I ended up doing the work myself, and it's a great little guitar. The only thing I'm probably going to do to it is switch out the tuners on it, because the tuners really stink. They kind of suck. They don't stay in tune very well, and they're just cheapo tuners. But Little Guitars has a funky tuning to it. I forget what it is off the top of my head. I have it written down. But when I play Little Guitars, I tune this guitar up to it, and it sounds great. It really does.
Is your dog scratching?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the floor scratching.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's this guitar. Like I said, I've had that for about 5, 6 years, maybe. Something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I actually have a guitar kind of similar to that. Just like a small Les Paul little.
Yeah.
I think it's a what's the brand? Samick. It might be a Samick.
Yes, Samick. Yep.
Samick made tiny, like it's a little black Les Paul looking guitar with just one pickup.
Yeah.
I have one of those. I got it years ago just to keep in the car.
Yeah.
And then it's here somewhere.
It's funny. I always got a kick out of that. I always thought that Ed would be, if not that I'm sure Ed still, I know Ed still has that guitar, but if he ever wanted to pull off little guitars, he could probably do it on the Steinberger Transtrem, because all you'd have to do is lock the bar up a little bit up to a different tuning, and he doesn't use a bar on little guitars anyway, so he wouldn't even have to use the wiggle stick. But I always thought it'd be cool because he could replicate probably little guitars on this thing. He might have to adjust the tuning a little bit, but I always thought that'd be neat. Little guitars on the Transtrem. He could have some fun with a bar if he didn't want to use the bar, of course.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Hey, Wolfie, if you're watching this, Wolfgang, tell your dad, hey, next time you guys go out on tour, bust out the Steinberger Transtrem, the GL2T, and do little guitars, summer nights, get up.
Well, it actually was exactly a year ago that we saw that he was getting his Steinberger set up.
Yeah, Jeff Babbitt.
It was last January.
Yep.
Yeah, it was exactly 1 year ago that we saw that.
Yeah, I remember I woke up one morning and I messed around my computer, and I'm like, whoa, there's Ed's Transtrem. Jeff was working on it and setting it all up again. So, we still got it.
Mm-hmm. And there was 2 of those, huh? At least.
Yeah, he had 2 of them at least. And he also had a bass guitar, a bass Steinberger. Mm-hmm. And I know that he painted the faceplate on one of them, striped, or actually he didn't. It was Jim O'Connor, I believe, did it. And then the other one was kept black because in the 5150 and the OU812 tour, he played that. And he also had an OU812 12-string Steinberger guitar, which I never saw him play live. But in the opening of Cabo Wabo in 1990, when the guys went down and opened up the Sam's Club, or the band's club at the time, Ed had the Transform, but he had the one with a black faceplate, not the striped one. He played that one live there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
And I believe the faceplate was striped about a quarter of the way through the 5150 tour, because back in '85 during the Young Guitar mags, when you see Ed back, sitting in his house with the white tank top and the camo pants and the headband, you can see that one of those two guitars sitting next to the 5150 on the ground, and it's not striped yet. The faceplate wasn't striped, and then. I have pictures in the 5150 tour of the beginning of the tour, Ed playing it without the faceplate striped, and all of a sudden, boom, like a quarter of the way into the tour, the faceplate's striped. So he had it striped by Jim O'Connor, I believe it was, probably about 2-3 months into the tour, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's a real interesting story. A friend of mine, I'll just say his first name, Charlie. I never got a chance to see the 5150 tour, but a friend of mine, Charlie, saw the 5150 tour. They did 3 nights in Worcester, Massachusetts back in '86. And I don't know which one of the 3 he saw, but I remember him telling me, I haven't talked to Charlie in a while, but we used to hang out all the time. He's a massive Van Halen fan. He said that in one of the show that he saw, in '86 of Ed in Worcester, he brought a girlfriend who's now his wife. He said it was Summer Nights, so I'm sure it was Summer Nights, but I guess something was wrong with the bridge, the trans trim, and it was striped at the time. It was the striped version, and he's trying to do the opening riff of Summer Nights, and it kept playing out of tune and just wasn't working. And he said Ed took the guitar and freaking winged it across the stage. And one of the roadies said, "Whoa!" tried to grab it and caught it. And Ed was so mad because the thing would not stay in tune. He said, just took it and just winged it. And then they brought him the black one with the black faceplate, and he ended up playing all that. Yeah.
I wonder if there was an audio bootleg. There probably is.
Yeah.
You would know, wouldn't you? You would know because you have
I do have one of the Worcester '86 shows, and I've listened to Summer Nights and Get Up, the 2 songs that he used the guitar for, and I couldn't hear anything that sounded like he was having technical difficulties where it stopped. It just sounded like it was seamless, so I must have the wrong night. So either my friend's wrong and he was dreaming, or it just, or I have the wrong night. But he said he took the guitar. He said he took that little transfer and he just winged it across the stage, and like Roddy was like, "Whoa!" And he tried to grab it because he's probably like, if this thing hits the deck, this thing's gonna be a nightmare to get back intonated again.
Well, when the first time I saw them on the 0812 tour, this was in Lincoln, Nebraska, November 5th, 1988.
That's cool.
I remember the very, very end of the show. Edward takes off the Kramer 5150 and throws it clear across the stage, and his tech like jumped out and caught it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
it was so cool. Because
I have no idea how all those dents and dings got in that thing.
Well, remember that there's that bootleg of him taking the guitar off and trying to toss it to his roadie, and it hits the ground.
Which one's that?
Oh, that might be Montreal '86, maybe.
Oh, I have that, but I don't remember.
Before the encore, like the last song they do, he takes the guitar off and he goes to toss it to I guess it would have been Zeke.
Yeah, probably Zeke Clark.
His roadie, and his arm, his strap gets tangled in his arm or something, and the 5150 hits the ground, the guitar.
Zeke's like, "Thanks, Ed. Now I got to spend like 3 hours getting the thing re-intonated again."
Yeah.
Add like 2 more screws to the neck plate, I remember, I do have, actually, I think it is the Montreal show.
It might be. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
I'll check it out, but I remember in this particular show, I think it's Montreal, Ed starts, what song was it? He finishes a song, then he goes into his guitar solo, and he's got the 5150, and for some reason the thing's messed up, and he can't, I don't know if it's out of tune or what's going on, or he broke a string, whatever, and he starts the solo out about like 30 seconds playing the 5150, and then he gets frustrated, takes it off, walks over and hands it to I don't know if it was probably Zeke, and they give him the 84, but he's not wireless. He's got a cord. It's got a cord. He's not wireless.
Oh,
so he plays the entire solo with a 1984 Kramer. I think it's the entire solo.
With a cable.
With a cable, yes.
Is that Montreal or is that Detroit?
It might be Detroit. I have the bootleg.
We're such nerds. Was that, is the camera angle like up above, but kind of is it like straight or like looking like kind of sideways?
Kind of on a 45-degree angle, yeah, looking down. And I just saw this. I just watched this bootleg a couple of years ago. I remember why. I mean, I've watched it a million times, but he starts out with a 5150. It's messed up. He can't get it to work, so he takes it off. He gets frustrated. He gives it to the tech. He gets the 84 Kramer, you know, the good enough guitar. With
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. That might be Detroit
for some reason.
Yeah. I'm thinking 86, right?
86, yeah. And he plays maybe a quarter of about maybe 3/4 of the solo with the 84 Kramer, and then he takes the 5150 back. And hold on one second. Yeah, I think you're right, Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here's my phone.
Wow. Such nerds, huh? That we can actually remember this stuff.
Yeah, crazy.
It's cool though. That's the cool thing about the bootlegs or whatever. About that stuff is you see stuff that unless you were there, you never would have saw. Yeah.
All right, so it's either this show, it's my DVD, Montreal '86, 5152. Here's the back. No, this is not official. This is nothing you're going to be able to buy. 2 DVDs. It's either that one or it's this one, the Detroit show. Yeah, and I think you're right. Yeah, again, this one's 2 DVDs. But yeah,
I think both those things we're talking about are in Detroit.
Yeah, I think.
Wait. Montreal. The first one was Montreal, where he drops the guitar, and then I think the one you're talking about, where he's playing with the cable with the other guitar, I think that's Detroit.
Yeah. So the Montreal one would be, let's see, Love Lock's Good Enough, Eddie Solo, I Can't Drive 55, Ain't Talking About Love, Why Can't This Be Love? Where's the and whatever they did doesn't have it written here, but whatever they did as the encore would be where he tries to, he takes the guitar off and hits the deck. Yeah.
The encores were usually what do you call it? Rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll, or maybe sometimes Superstitious, or and occasionally they did Jump, where Sammy would bring somebody out into the audience to sing Jump. Yeah,
you've heard those, huh? You've actually heard those? I've heard that stuff.
Yeah, I have a video
where they're playing Jump, and you hear a kid singing.
And they only play like half the song, and then like Sammy gets sick of it, and they just stop like halfway through the song. They don't even go into the solo because Ed's on the keyboard the whole time.
It's so funny. Funny. You hear like a kid singing the song.
It's like a total slam to Dave, at the time.
So funny. It's cool though. The same thing. It's cool. I mean, that stuff. If it wasn't, for bootlegs, we wouldn't. That stuff would be just.
That's how Johnny and I met like 20 years ago. Johnny and I met like 20 years ago on the Van Halen trading pages, and I mean, we were trading like back in the tape cassette days. We were trading like we had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Van Halen bootlegs from every tour. And then over the last, 15 years, I've been getting them all back on DVD. So it's cool. And all these guys come up with upgrades and, the 2000, like this one right here, Van Halen Montreal, or the Detroit 2007 upgrade, it's like, because these people get, they'll find the original source. The guy that had the original, Rogan, it's okay. They find the guy that had the original source, and they get the Gen 1 version, so you get a little bit better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then you get these guys that not only have the best video, but then they'll find like the best audio that somebody else taped, and they'll be able to blend them together. So you get like really good video and really good audio, and it's still a bootleg, but it's very watchable,
They've a lot of those guys. They first started doing that stuff, like the multi-camera angle stuff. They started doing that stuff during like the Van Halen 3 tour, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
You start seeing shows like the Garden. You start seeing shows where it's like different camera angles mixed in.
yeah. It's really
You
cool.
know.
And now we get these guys that have these multiple sources of like 86 tours and 84 and 88 tours, OU812 stuff, and they're putting out these multi-camera versions. It's like really fun to watch, you know?
Mhm.
Really neat.
Yeah, there is an 88 boot out there, a video boot that I've never seen that actually looks pretty good.
It's the Buffalo one, isn't it? I think I have that one.
I don't know. It's pretty close up.
Yeah, it's the Buffalo.
Actually, really?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have that? Oh,
I have
man.
that. Yeah, I have that.
Oh, man. Oh.
See, the only thing is I've kind of fallen behind the last few years because a lot of these guys do the bit torrents, and I don't do that. So if
I wouldn't do any of that stuff, man.
I'm not into that. The one thing that did come out a couple years ago that was really cool was the Toronto 95 show, the pay-per-view show. But the one that was on pay-per-view was edited, and somebody was able to track down the the only song they weren't able to get was Seventh Seal, but they were able to get Ain't Talking About Love, You Really Got Me, and One Way to Rock. And Ron Higgins, you guys know, John, you remember Ron Higgins, Van Halen boot stuff. He was able to get that source, and I have the Toronto 95 soundboard pro shot with those extra songs in there. Ain't Talking About Love, You Really Got Me, and One Way to Rock, and it's just amazing. You know, it's 18, 19 years later, all of a sudden. That's why I always laugh because we don't have video of this stuff. There's so much video out there that we have never seen of probably from almost every tour. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has, pro shot soundboard stuff from 78, Women and Children First. There's got to be stuff floating around out there that people just haven't released, Oh,
I think there's some pro shot 1980 stuff out there, and some other pro shot 82 stuff that we haven't seen.
Absolutely.
But by judging by audio that's come out, it's like, wait a minute, this sounds like some of this could be from a video.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have Entertainment Tonight clips, from 86 and the 5150 where there's, they'll show like a snippet of like 15, 20 seconds of pro shot 5150 stuff, that we've never seen before. And it's like, whoa, that's cool. So the stuff is being recorded and it's somewhere. Because it's right there. Someone didn't just start recording 30 seconds and stop. They got the whole thing somewhere. So that's the kind of stuff that I would love to see surface, is that kind of stuff, from every tour. A couple pro shot shows from, 1980 or 81 or, there's some Diver Down stuff out there, but some 84 stuff, some 5150 stuff, OU812 Balance, and that'd be really cool,
Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, we'll I'm sure a lot of that stuff will surface. Yeah. I mean, if somebody has it, because you see new stuff, all the time. Real quickly, EVH History is asking, what is the little Epiphone guitar called?
If you're talking about mine, that would be a Lotus guitar. Lotus, Loeus. It's a Lotus travel guitar is all it is, really. Pretty basic. But Johnny, what was yours called again? Yours was a
Samick.
Samick, yeah.
Yeah, just a Samick something. Had some sort of name to it. I don't remember. Yeah. All right, so we just went from talking about NAMM stuff to to bootlegs.
Yeah, I know. That's definitely not official stuff coming out.
Yeah.
That's like what do you call it? It's like forbidden, like taboo stuff. EVH, you can't talk about that.
Bootleg stuff.
Well, you can talk about it. Just selling it is what's not cool.
But no. Oh, hey, Jim Nichols. He says, "Hey now." Sorry, I gotta save my voice, man. I'm actually under the weather. That's he says, "Hey now, what do you Oh, you don't see much video from the 1980 Invasion tour. Do you think there's a full? Do you think there's a full Oakland '81 show? That's something people are going to be asking for.
Well,
that's what they've been asking for years.
Well, Eddie says no. In the guitar world from last year, a year and a half ago, whatever it was one of the last Guitar Worlds. Eddie was on the cover of. Eddie was asked that question, and he specifically says no. They only recorded those 3 songs. That's all I can say is Eddie says no. Is there? Who knows? But Eddie says no.
That's, if anybody's going to find that stuff out, it's going to be Greg Runoff.
Yep.
But yeah, you never know. You never know. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff out there that they don't even know about themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if there is a full version of any of this stuff, I think we'll see the stuff eventually.
I agree. I think it's bound to surface, at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I think I should split because I gotta tuck the chickens in. It actually is dark. It's totally dark out there. So anyway, great talking to you, man.
Yeah, you guys too, and thanks for all the questions, everybody. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. John, Daniel Hall. Thank you very much, man. He's been leaving some really nice comments.
Yeah,
on the videos and in the chat box and stuff. And yeah, dude, I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. And we're really, really happy that we bring, joy to people.
Yep.
With these conversations and stuff, because this for us, this is fun. For us, this is just cool, just talking to each other about this stuff. But to have other people enjoy the stuff, like 30 people just jump in and watch.
Yeah. On a whim, on a hangout that wasn't even scheduled. It's cool.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's very, very cool. But hey, so if you're just joining us or whatever, rewind the tape, and you can see we talked about some of the stuff. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
You can see we talked about some of the NAMM stuff that we now know is official. We'll be live. Nesdal and I will be live tomorrow night, possibly with Jimmy Ka. It's his 40th birthday tomorrow, so I think we'll be live, possibly with him tomorrow, talking about more NAMM stuff. And then the next day, Thursday, I'll be down there, so you'll actually see me with some of the stuff.
Can't wait.
So, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, keep it right here on this channel. Keep it locked into the pages. The links are down below, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, and you'll be kept totally in the loop with everything NAMM, not just EVH, but everything.
Everything NAMM.
Everything NAMM. Everything that I see and do and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a fun time. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of cool people down there. A lot of cool people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very, very cool. And there's going to be some surprises. So just keep it tuned in here, and you'll see some cool stuff. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, John, Sissy Kane, Chris, Rick.
Yep.
Daniel, Frank C. Everybody.
Yeah. Rick, Citizen Kane, Daniel, Frank, everybody. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you for joining in.
And, Jimmy, happy one quick thing. Happy birthday tomorrow night. And if I don't see you, Jimmy Carr. And again, if you want some of those reflectors, for your Frankenstrat, I have a bag of Frankie reflectors right here. So, just let me know. I can hook you up. Only cost you $100 a reflector. No, I'm kidding. Joke. No, they're on the house. They're on the house. No charge at all. No charge at all.
Are you like Kramer? Are you driving down the freeway, digging the things up, making the freeways wider?
Real quick story on that before we end. Just real quick, about I don't know, maybe it's 15, 16 years ago, maybe. I don't remember. It's like maybe 17 years ago. I was doing one of my first Frankies. yeah, I'd probably done a couple by that time, but it was one of the first few Frankies I had done. And at the time, you couldn't get those exact reflectors, the oval ones, the oval orange ones. They were so hard to find that exact, orange reflector with the adhesive back to it. And I was working at Vermont Yankee as a nuclear power plant at the time. And I was driving home, and I was in the middle. I just finished painting the Frankenstrat, and I had all the circle reflectors, or the ones they weren't the exact ones that I would have today, but they were close. But I didn't have those oval ones. And I remember driving home from work one morning, so working a night shift, and I see this guy's mailbox, and I'm like, "Whoa, those are like the oval, like orange reflectors I need." So I didn't turn around. So I drove home and went to bed, got up the next day, went back to work. And on the way back to work, I'm like, yes, that's them. I'm like, I'm snagging those puppies. So we got out of work at 6 a.m. So I'm coming back, and it's like dark in the morning. So I pull up to the guy's mailbox, and I got my little jackknife out, and I'm trying to pry these reflectors off this guy's mailbox. And one of them broke, and it broke in exactly the same spot that Ed's did. So I got that one. I got the other. Next thing I know, this guy's over. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's trying to get his newspaper. I'm stealing his reflectors off his mailbox.
Oh my goodness!
So I got him.
When was this? How long ago was this?
Ah, gosh, this would have been it was 16, 17 years ago, maybe.
Oh, so that makes it okay then, right?
Yeah. I was only
16, it was 16 years ago.
Yeah, I was only 26, 27. I don't know.
Plus, he caught you too. So
kid, yeah. I did get him. Yeah. And that guy, to this day, I drive by that house sometimes. He never replaced those reflectors. He got the same.
Oh gosh. Uh-oh. Hopefully he's not watching this.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm sure he's not.
Oh my goodness. All right.
That being said.
Oh. All right. Well, hey everybody. Hey. All right, keep rocking, everybody. I see you guys are talking. You guys are talking to each other in the chat box here. Once we hang up, I think the chat box will stay active for I don't know, a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. So you'll be able to talk to each other. But we do encourage you guys to leave comments on the videos.
Yeah.
So, if you guys want to continue the discussion within the actual comments of this video, the comment section, you're welcome to. You're very, very welcome to. And if you dig this stuff, leave a thumbs up.
Yeah.
How many do we have? I can't tell.
Grogan's shaking. Grogan's scratching.
I don't know. I can't see. Usually Nesdal sees that stuff, but
yeah, I can't see.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're on your let me refresh really quickly on this. 17. We have 17 thumbs ups.
Nice.
Thank you very much. If you appreciate this stuff, yeah, leave a thumbs up. It lets us know that you guys dig watching the stuff. Also, it lets us know actually how many people are watching. Because we've got some of these videos we've been doing recently where we have 70 thumbs ups. And that shows us 70 people actually dig watching this, which is just which is amazing. It's crazy, cool.
David Allen, what is the manufacturing name on the reflectors? Real quick, I don't know if they even have one. I'll just check real quick. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't say. Looking on the front, they just say SAEA 70007. That's it. Or 001. Yeah, it's these right here, and they are the right ones. But on the back, it just says peel here. It doesn't say anything. So. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Jaden James, you're going to be at NAMM?
Nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, anybody who's going to be at the NAMM show, either Friday, Saturday. Saturday is the busiest day. Saturday is insane. Sunday, it's a little more laid back. if anybody wants to meet up, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it'd be great to meet you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Echo.
Echo.
Uh-oh.
Richard Friend, I saw Ed play at NAMM in '87 and '88. Cool.
Awesome. Oh, we got the echo going.
We got the echo going.
Do we? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, that's on your side.
That's on your side.
Yeah, probably. Oh, well, we're all done anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can't talk.
I can't talk though.
All right.
How about now? Is that any better?
Check.
Check.
It's a little better.
Okay.
Not really. No, it's back.
Is it?
Just hang up. I'll see you, Rob.
All right.
All right. See you later, man.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, really quickly. Richard, you saw Edward play at NAMM in '87 and '88. Oh, very cool, man. Yeah, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, did too. Actually, he was actually hanging around with Eddie all those years at NAMM, and actually was like backstage with him, and very, very cool stuff. Yeah. Richard says, Johnny, take a few photos of the, was it Riddler basses? Anything you guys want me to check out, let me know. Like post, go to either Guitarist Johnny Bean on Facebook, message me there, or go ahead and post on the page itself stuff you want me to check out, and I'll do that. I've done that for the past 4 years. I think this will be my 4th year, I think. All right. So anyway, everybody, keep rocking out. Thank you for watching this stuff. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for everything. And Nesdal and I will be live tomorrow, I think, with Jimmy Ka. So, all right, rock on, everybody. Johnny Bean, johnnybean.com. See you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bye.